Welcome to Jyotish Tirtha Vidyapeeth. Alright Aquarius, let's talk about your 2026. This year is shaping up to be a really big one, full of major contrasts. You've got these incredible opportunities on the horizon, but there are also some pretty significant challenges you're going to need to navigate. So how do you make the most of the highs and get ready for the lows? Well, we're going to break down your entire year, month by month, and create a real roadmap for success. So here's our game plan. First, we'll get that bird's eye view of the year. Then, we'll meet the key planets that are influencing your journey. After that, we'll zoom right in on the first 6 months, then the second half of 2026, and we'll wrap it all up with a personalized game plan to help you walk through the year with total confidence. So what's the big picture for 2026? Well, think of it as a year of two distinct vibes. About 62% of the year is just filled with this auspicious positive energy and tons of opportunity. But that other 38%? Yeah, that's where the tests are hiding. This really isn't a year to just go on autopilot. It's a year that's going to demand both bold action and some really careful planning. Which, of course, brings us to the big question. Why? Why this split between all this great opportunities and these tough challenges? Well, the answer, like always, is written in the stars. It all comes down to the alignment of the planets. You've got 4 key planets that are basically running the show for you in 2026. A good way to think of them is like having 2 powerful allies in your corner and 2 pretty tough challengers putting you to the test. How you work with their energies, well, that's going to be the defining factor of your entire year. The planetary rules this year are crystal clear. So on your team, you have Saturn, your ruling planet, giving you this amazing foundation of discipline and stability. Then you've got Jupiter joining in, unlocking all these doors to growth in your career, your family, and your finances. But you gotta watch out for Mars. It can bring these flashes of anger and instability. And then there's Rahu Ketu, which might stir up feelings of fear, doubt, and just general misunderstandings. This cosmic tug-of-war is exactly why the year has such a unique mix of challenges and opportunities. Okay, now let's zoom in and see how all these planetary energies actually play out month by month. We're going to start with the first half of the year, from January to June, and really get into the nitty-gritty. You'll notice the first half of the year has a very distinct rhythm to it. You've got a really strong start, then a little dip that requires some caution. Then comes a huge peak of opportunity in March, a focus on family and studies in April and May, and then a high alert period in June. Let's take a closer look at a few of these key months. You're going to start the year on really solid ground. January brings this wonderful sense of stability to your work life, a nice, reliable income stream, and a peaceful vibe in your relationships. It's an awesome foundation for the year ahead. Just a little heads up, be mindful of your body, as some minor knee pain might pop up. Now, after that calm start, February is a month where you need to tap the brakes a little bit. Work pressure is probably going to ramp up, and that could lead to some friction in your relationships. You'll also want to keep a close eye on your expenses because they might start to climb. And of course, be mindful of your health, especially anything related to blood pressure. But just as you're navigating through February's challenges, March arrives. And this month, we're talking 76% auspicious. This is absolutely one of the standout months of the entire year for you. Seriously, March is just brimming with potential. If you've got a job, keep your eyes peeled for a promotion or maybe even a fantastic new opportunity. Financially, this is a month for real gains. And on a personal level, relationships are set to get deeper and any talk about marriage should move forward really smoothly. Okay, I need you to listen closely for this one. After the highs of the last few months, June demands your full attention. This is a high alert period. You need to be extra cautious, especially when you're traveling or at work, because the risk of accidents is higher. You might hit some roadblocks in your career and financial pressures could start to build. The absolute key to getting through this month is to stay calm and avoid making any impulsive decisions. Phew. Okay, now that we've navigated the challenges of June, let's look ahead to the second half of the year. From July to December, the energy shifts dramatically. The focus is right back on seizing some major opportunities. So the second half starts with a bang, followed by a nice, stable period in August. September requires a little bit of caution again, but then the year finishes incredibly strong with 3 fantastic months, one right after the other. The second half kicks off with July, and wow, at 77% auspicious, it's one of the absolute best months of 2026 for you. This is the time to be bold and to take action. July is truly a peak month, firing on all cylinders. Professionally, you can see a promotion or maybe even an opportunity to work abroad. At home, the atmosphere is going to be really joyful. Your finances will see some very noticeable growth, and if you're thinking about getting married or engaged, this is the perfect time to do it. After a stable August, September rolls in as another one of those months where you just need to slow down. A bit like June, there's a risk of accidents and some obstacles at work. You might feel a little bit of distance in your relationships, and physically, watch out for things like knee pain or dizziness. Just take it easy this month, okay? Your patience in September is going to pay off in a big way, because October and November unleash this powerful wave of positive momentum. You can expect sudden success and maybe even new income streams in October, and that's followed by exciting job offers and business growth in November. And you know the best part? You'll have the unwavering support of your family through all of it. And that brings us to the grand finale. December is set to be the single most auspicious month of the entire year for you, coming in at an amazing 78%. So we've covered a lot of ground, right? Going through the year month by month. Now let's pull it all together and create a simple, practical game plan to help you make the absolute most of 2026. Think of this slide as your strategic cheat sheet for 2026. For your career and finances, you're going to want to plan your biggest moves for March, July, and December, and then be a little more conservative and careful in February, June, and September. For health and wellness, really focus on self-care during those same cautionary months. And for relationships, the best times are March, July, and November. Just having this map in your mind is going to make planning your year so much easier. Look, knowing the forecast is half the battle. Now, let's talk about the tools you can actually use to actively shape your year. Here are a few simple practices to help you amplify those good times and navigate the challenges with grace and with power. So, here are 4 powerful practices to keep in your toolkit this year. Regularly chanting the Shani mantra can really help align you with Saturn's grounding energy. Donating sesame oil on Saturdays is another potent way to smooth out any of those rough patches. Drawing strength from Lord Shiva and Lord Hanuman can give you support right when you need it most. And above all, making a conscious effort to practice patience and manage your anger, that's going to be your ultimate superpower, especially during those tricky months. So in the end, 2026 for you, Aquarius, is this dynamic blend of opportunity and challenge. The biggest takeaway here is that with some strategic planning and a patient heart, you can turn every single obstacle into a stepping stone. Just remember, the power to make this a truly incredible year is and always will be in your own hands.
Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay with us by liking, sharing, and commenting.